Hello. Hello, what perfect timing for that song to finish. It is 2 p.m. Oh my gosh, I have a tab of myself open somewhere that isn't muted, so I hear myself twice. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? It is another Friday. I don't know, I'm still not used to saying, like, hello, it's Friday. I'm streaming today. But no, it is Friday. We are going to do some world building. We're going to do some hanging out. We're going to do some writing. We're going to get this homework done. We're going to catch up on this homework that I've just not had time to work on for the past 2 weeks, really. Um, yeah, I had to cancel stream last weekend because, that's just how life goes. But we're here. We're here now, and we're going to get working on this wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, oh my gosh, I'm losing track of all my windows now, too. Really, you take a 1 weekend break from stream and you just forget how all your buttons work. But hello, here we are. WorldEmber Prep 2023. I need to read through this again because I just kind of haven't read through it. I was watching WorldAnvil stream where they actually talked about what the homework was, but I was kind of like, I had a tab open, but I wasn't really listening, unfortunately. Yeah, so we actually need to do week 2 again. Also, hi TJ! Hello, hello, welcome! I still have to do week 2's homework, because I just wasn't able to do that last week. So we need to make some mini metas. And yeah, we'll take a look at our categories again. I think they're okay. I messed around with them like at the end of summer camp, maybe? I'm not sure exactly when I did that. But I think my categories are okay for now. At least until I really start moving things around, until I have more of those articles done that I've been planning for, but we'll see. I need to do week 2 as well, yeah. We're all a little behind, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and looking at other worlds for inspiration, of course, I have to make my little list of all my favorite worlds. There's so many. There's so many on my list, so it's gonna be another one of those situations where I'm like, well, I could feature literally every single one of them, but I think I'd go crazy trying to make that list come together. So we'll see what my brain summons, who I find, who I can put on my list. Some hashtag pages. Submit homework. How do I not refresh this? Aha, okay, cool. Welcome your readers. And yes, review your homepage. Yeah, so I actually did like touch up my homepage already in like the past month or two. But there's always some more that we can do. We'll just have to review. We'll have to review what we want to change, what we don't want to change. I do think there's like one CSS shenanigan that needs to change on my homepage. Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing wild, I don't think. Need to learn the evils of CSS. It's not evil, it's just black magic. Dark wizards of CSS. They know secrets that we could never even begin to imagine. Yeah, look at all of these sweet pledges that are just submitted already. I think mine's on this list. I think I already submitted mine. Ooh. So many, so many. Oh wow, this is awesome. Well, it stopped loading. But there's even more. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have so many people doing WorldEmber this year. That's so fun. That's so fun. But yeah, we need to do this homework ourselves now. So let's see. We'll do a little catch up. We'll see where we're at. There's over 100 homework pledges at this point. Ooh, that's so fun. And you know that there's going to be even more people participating than there are homework doers. So that's just, the numbers are just climbing. They just keep going up. But yeah, so here we are. We returned to this article that we started, was it 2 weeks ago at this point? I don't know how time works. I don't think it's actually real. Oh. Something has broken. My My little button is lacking its image up here. Oh no. I'll have to investigate that at some point. Oh, I'll do that. I'll do that when we do the refreshing the homepage. How's that? We'll get there. Well, it seems we are, in fact, in an ad break. Many apologies. I realized I should have probably run an ad while my start screen was going. But that's okay. We'll just hang out for a second. Maybe I'll take the next 30 seconds, just kind of look at this. It's just gonna be at the end of the line, as it were. So where's this going to go? I actually don't even remember which. Where are we? I don't even remember how my own code works. That's really good. That's really good. So it's this image. The image break. Okay, I guess the image link just kind of broke. Alright, we'll just have to get another one. Katobapan, hello! You have not participated in WorldEmber as well. Well, WorldEmber is a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun with it. And so it's always really nice to see like people trying it for the first time. I just need to get down to the bottom of why this image is just not it's not cooperating. That's fine. Just get a new URL. And we're fine. We fixed it. We solved our problem. We don't need to worry about it anymore. It's perfect. And Calixtus, hello! You forgot about the pigeons? Yes, the pigeons are excellent. And as long as you keep chatting, there will be more and more pigeons to look at. And Quinn Marie, also hello. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone coming on in. So yeah, we are doing some homework catch-up today. More pigeons! Yes, they will continue to multiply. We gotta catch up on some homework. Because we've only done like week 1, of course. You know, did I just click on something? I clicked on Stubtober, no. So, okay, our goal for today, we're gonna work on some of our mini metas. And then we're going to work a little bit more on this primer section. I forgot how pigeons was spelled. And yeah, I forget all the time too. Because I always shorten it to pidge, and so then I put the D in there. So it's just pidge versus pigeon. Well, I typed in my own chat and then I got called out by the bot. Says, hello, WorldAnvil fanatic, it's true. Yeah, the full word pigeon does not have a D in it. But I always forget that, of course. Because I always shorten it, and the shortened version, in my opinion, does have a D. Been living a lie all these years. No, it's totally understandable. But yeah, so that's our plan. Mini metas and primer prepping, because I haven't actually worked on this yet, and I know I said, oh, bully me if you don't see this updated, but we're gonna take a little pause on that for just this week in particular. Because this past week I've just been dead. So we're gonna do it this week. We're gonna do it this week. I promise. I swear. We're gonna do it this week. We're gonna actually start planning this primer. We're gonna go into what exactly we want to accomplish with this. Because my vision for this primer in particular is going to be not so much like an omniscient view of like the entire world, but more of just the world view from the perspective of this one region. So not all of the world's secrets will be known to people here, but you know, you'll get kind of this understanding of like, this is how we view the world from this place, and like, here's kind of what you can expect as someone who's landed right here. Like, this is the world around you, and this is what we know about the world beyond. So go out and adventure and see what you find, and you know, maybe you can come back and tell us about it. We're kind of the Inquisition, right? We bully people? No, no bully, no bully, no bully yet. Well, maybe little bully, it's fun, but still. Let's see, I need to decide if I want to break up this little section a little tiny bit, because I feel like I could take some of the stuff from this section and kind of put it into the little mini metas. Because particularly this one little section here where I'm talking about like the magical focus, and I talk about the ley lines, I talk about divinity. I feel like those can be kind of like swooshed on over into another section, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Well, because I don't want the week 1 section to be an entire like page's worth of scrolling, you know? I want to keep it short, keep it simple. And then by the end of the event, we'll have a more cohesive, kind of better flowing document, if you will. So we'll play with some formatting, we'll see how it goes, we'll see what happens. And yeah, because I don't know, I'll figure it out. No one expects a Spanish Inquisition. Although at this point in time, people should start expecting jokes about it if they see me and Calixtus in the same chat. Oh, listen, I see the two of you together and I'm like, oh no, the Inquisition is here for me. They have come, they're gonna take me away. They're gonna see I haven't worked on my primer in 2 weeks. Alright, where do I want this section to be, however? I guess I'll put that section under the primer section. Let's see. Header 1, this is going to be... I'll just call it like mini metas? Yes, it's a reduced version of the meta. I need to remember what a mini meta even is. Let's take a little field trip over to this blog post. World building mini meta, a small but solid foundation. I don't know what voice this is that I'm suddenly doing. There are many approaches on how to start world building, but we always recommend starting with the meta. Anyway, I'm glad I find your voice soothing, because I've seen the WorldAnvil stream with half of it muted because headache. Oh no. Yes, good voices are key. Yes, exactly. If we're gonna start reading something, we have to make it snazzy. We have to make it fun. Also, hi Greening, how are you doing today? We're doing homework today. I'm trying to remind myself what exactly a mini meta is in terms of formatting and what I'm actually putting in here. Just trying to get through work, also doing channel stuff, so same homework time. Yeah, I feel it. I have a lot of channel stuff I need to just kind of organize and put into order. So we'll see how much of that we can get done this weekend. That'll be really good. Let's see, smaller version of the meta. Scope, themes, mood, goals, inspiration. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Well, I guess we don't have to go too far into it. We'll just write about the things that I think are important, things that kind of just summarize what exactly I'm going to be going into. And just so we know exactly what all the little bits and pieces are that we need to latch onto during WorldEmber. To get our 10,000 words of new world building. Oh, that's really exciting. I don't know, I've been so excited for WorldEmber. I keep thinking about it, I'm like, ooh. Oh, and I think I might actually have time during WorldEmber to work on WorldEmber this year. I'm like, yay. Ooh, WorldEmber. Yes. We have the very spirit of WorldEmber in this chat right now, that's TJ. So you know the hype is real. Yeah, I'm very excited about WorldEmber, but I'm going to try to keep things like super low energy. Because like I love WorldEmber, but winter's not my season. Winter's not my season. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I'm cold and wrapped up in blankets all the time. Although today it's unseasonably warm. I actually went outside today and I put on way too many layers. It was a mistake. But no, summer is where I come alive. That is why we have Camp Feral. That's why we just go absolutely batshit for world building during summer camp. No, during WorldEmber, we're just hibernating, we're sleeping, we're, mysterious pieces of writing are just appearing from our dens. No one really knows how we're doing it because we're all just sleeping in there. But no, it happens. I'm in the southern hemisphere now and I'm about to suffer with the heat and humidity. Oh gosh. I'm so sorry for your suffering. I wouldn't really know about the difference because I don't think I've ever been in the other hemisphere, you know? I think that's simply a jump that I've never made before. We'll have to try it sometime. One day. We'll travel the world, we'll experience different seasons and seasons in which I don't think seasons should be. It'll be a good time. Okay. Scope. What will be affected? The entire world, of course. Although, a very specific aspect of it. The themes and mood of your world, of course. Magic, transformation, evolution. We're going to try to take things a little bit darker as we go along with Malcora. That's kind of my goal. Because I do envision Malcora to be a much darker setting than I've really been able to kind of delve into so far with my writing. I've kind of really been focused on the kind of like magic and transformation and like a new dawn and hope. But that hope is meant to offset something a lot darker. Oh, are you making the birds hug? Well, I gotta get there. I have to see which burb is even the TJ burb. Oh, they're hugging. But yes, we gotta have that contrast. I just need to sit down and actually write about those darker things so that people even know that they exist. You know? It's like I have world builder disease where I just keep writing things that are not anything to do with like the main scope of things. It was Merry Christmas. I've missed you. It's not even Christmas yet. Oh my gosh, it's not even Thanksgiving. But thank you for the holiday wishes. No, it's great. But yeah, world builder disease. Everything is in my brain, and I keep writing about things that have nothing to do with the main focus. And so I'm just surrounded by all these ideas and concepts, and a lot of them are like the really fun, silly ones that I just really want to write about. But that is not conducive to actually making sure people know what my world is about. So we'll get there. We'll get there. It's my WorldEmber resolution to actually write about some of the more foundational things in Malcora. And also it'll be just kind of like my New Year's resolution. We're gonna like try to reel things in, so to speak. Just logistics side of things. We're gonna get some articles in there that actually matter. Matter. It all matters, but still. We're gonna pull everything together. We're gonna make sure everything works, and that when people visit, my homepage, nudge nudge to the homework, when people visit my homepage, they'll actually have some stuff that they can click on that actually introduces them to the world, and they'll actually know what this setting is and what it means. There we go. Those are our goals. This is what we're gonna try to do. I understand no problem. Keep writing about conditions, and people don't know anything about the world. Well, listen, conditions are great and important. And, during WorldEmber, we're just gonna write even more conditions, right? That's all it is. And this year I'll actually write one. This is my solemn oath. I will participate in your challenge. I did submit a symptom, so we'll see. Yeah, the world is somewhat afflicted. There you go. And yeah, it says create your mini meta using generic article template. I don't really want to make a new article. I'm just going to put it into the existing homework article. So I'm just going to take this tab and put it over here so I can look at it while I write, because I know I'm going to be continuously clicking back and forth. I'm gonna be clicking back and forth non-stop, trying to remember what this even said. We can just fix that by having it open over there. I'm sorry if I'm like sniffy. If you guys can hear me sniffing a little. We played D&D last night in a house full of cats, and as much as I am like, I'm not gonna say very allergic to cats. I'm like slightly allergic to cats, but it's enough to get me very sniffy. And despite this, the moment I see a cat, my face is going into that cat. Hard stop, like it's just the truth. So I kind of inflicted this upon myself, but it's okay, I took some allergy meds, so we'll hopefully not be too sniffy. I just might be mouth breathing a little bit, and so I apologize. Okay, we're just gonna open Font Awesome real quick, because I just want some icons. Oh gosh, this page looks different from the last time I opened it. I just have to find the perfect icon for mini metas. Did you take antihistamines? Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel obligated to take a sip after that one. But yes, I did. That was really great. We played D&D last night, and it was absolute chaos at the table. Like something was in the air. Something was in the air last night. We couldn't go 30 seconds without someone derailing everything with some horrendous innuendo. And I say someone, but like a lot of it was me. Sorry. But it was all of us, really. It was all of us. And we'd take our moment, we'd stop laughing, we're like, okay, no, continue, please. Continue, please. As if I didn't say anything. We're like, we can't just gloss over what was just said at this table. Alright. Once again, I need a little title for this section. And I miss presential D&D. Yeah, like sitting at a table with people just hits so different. I've only played one D&D campaign like before this one in the past where I've actually like sat at a table with people. It was really great. It was a really great time. Like, I don't know, I've always been one of those people who just like doesn't have local like in-person friends. You know, so like everything I do, everyone I talk to is just on the internet. They're the funny little names that pop up on my screen, you know? So now having people that I like see in person in the meet space is pretty sick. It's pretty great. And it's like, it's a new experience for me. I'm just like a little baby in that regard. I'm just a little guy, just a little fella. Your one shot went well? That's great. That's really awesome to hear. I've only really run a game like a couple times. I think I had like a small campaign that I ran when I was in college. And that went on for like a couple sessions. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. It was actually in Malcora. That was the setting in like its infancy. That's where it got started, actually. Oh, it's so great. But yeah, you know, obviously that one ended after a little while. It was really great, and it's that little mini campaign was like where I got most of the ideas for where like the world started, and most of my starter areas, and a lot of them were just based off of the characters that my friends made to play in this campaign with me. And like I took their backstories and I incorporated them into world lore, and that's how it happened. That's how it started. And things have changed so much since then. And we are in an ad break, so I do apologize for anyone who's not able to see. Let's see, I want to know how to manage ads a little bit better. But we'll get there one day. We'll figure that out. Ads on Twitch are such a mysterious thing. Right. You think about mini metas. I guess setting the scene. There we go. I think that's a good way to go about that. Let's see, I have all these tabs open with a whole bunch of random stuff. I don't need that open right now. I don't need this open right now. It's just clogging up my Chrome. Just take a screenshot of your mini meta and upload it as a tiny image. Boom, mini meta. There you go. See, you know all the tips and tricks. You know all the life hacks for WorldAnvil. Like there it is. There's my meta, and now it's small. Now it's little. Let's see. I just need to find the perfect little icon. We're gonna do a cute little photo film. There we go. We'll have this little section down here, setting the scene. Got the little film in the photo. I really like playing with icons. Ever since I kind of like got my hands on them and like understood how to use them, it's just been like every meta article that I make is just littered with them. I haven't quite gotten to like adding them to like regular articles, you know, the actual world building content, but in my meta articles, no, they're everywhere. Like icon, 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 another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. It's forever. I think I might put primer underneath setting the scene because I feel like these two will just flow into each other pretty well. We'll get there. We'll rearrange things later. And I might put concept priority under like a spoiler. Because previously these two, you know, like they balance each other out pretty well. But if I'm gonna move like most of this over somewhere else, at least these two sections here, I might have to rearrange a couple things. This is no issue. It's just a fact of a fact of reorganizing. Let's see. So Divinity of Malcora and Ley Lines of Malcora, we will snag these from up here. Put them down here, and then we will kind of dive into them a little bit more, kind of do a better job of setting the scene. We'll put our little mini metas to use to, I guess we'll make like one mini meta. And it will be all about the powers of Malcora. No, that's not the right spot. Ooh, setting the scene, there we go. And that is where we will begin. All the scrolling, top to bottom. All right. So ley lines and divinity. We will. Oh, okay. So we'll just introduce this as exactly what it is, just mini meta. Powers of Malcora. Oops, I just put the wrong header tag on there. There we go. Mini meta, Powers of Malcora. And let's see. Do a little bit of this. Oh no, hold on. Do this. Container, da 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 da. Put these into columns. That seems good to me. Did I goof? Oh, yeah. I mistyped a thing. There we go. I wrote cold instead of call. that'll do it. You got your pizza. Woo! We had so much pizza last night. It was great. And so I'm very excited to hear about you and your pizza. You can't beat pizza. Although I guess for me it's really hit or miss. Sometimes I really like pizza, sometimes I'm like, eh, you know? Let's see. Even when it's still good. Yeah, like it's still it's not bad. Like by any means. At that point it's just like, I could take it or leave it, you know? But you put a stuffed crust pizza in front of me, that thing is gone. Instantaneous. It's just that thing is in my mouth, down the hatch. We're finished here. It's just my absolute favorite. I will absolutely house a stuffed crust pizza. So like even the frozen pizzas at the grocery store, I'll get like a frozen stuffed crust pizza, it's still good. It's still good. I feel like the weakness of a frozen pizza is that the crust is usually pretty horrendous. But it's really hard to goof up a stuffed crust. I'll be honest. Even with the frozen processed foods, like no, it's still good. I had to try matambre pizza. Oh my gosh, so good. It's a super thin cut of meat as the base. Ooh. Like aka pizza. Oh, that sounds so that's really interesting. Now I want to try it. So divinity. Mini meta powers innate and divine. I think that's a better look at things because there is a third power at play within Malcora that is just not being focused on this season. I think it's hard to even say that the divine is really a focus of this year's WorldEmber for me. It's mostly the fact that there is a specific goddess that I need to write an article about during WorldEmber, or else I literally just get thrown into the trash can. But every other god, it's like it's kind of hit or miss as far as whether or not I'll actually do it. You know what I mean? It's mostly the ley lines, so it's mostly kind of like the arcane of my world. That is my main focus. That is my priority. We need to write about the ley lines. We need to write about how magic works. I'm gonna disappear while eating pizza, but I'll be back later if you're still streaming. Heck yes. I should be on for the next hour and a half. Do you need encouragement? Wasn't there a lurk command? There should be a lurk command. Hmm. There sure is a lurk command. I just don't know why it's not working. We can check right now. Hello bot, why do you not function? Yeah, the lurk command is lurking. No, for some reason Cloudbot turned itself off. So now it should work. Yeah, the bot needed a break. It just needed to relax for a little bit. But now it should work. There we go. It's I really need to migrate this command over to Moobot because I don't really use Streamlabs for my for any of my other commands. For some reason I just haven't migrated this one in particular. We'll do that after stream, perhaps. we gotta stay on topic. Or on our mission. Stay focused. Alright. Yes, we have our powers innate and divine, and those innate powers are going to be what we really focus on. The ley lines, all the magic. I'm back from having dinner. How are you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. We are working on our little mini meta section. So. We're gonna just we're gonna ramble, I guess, a little bit about this. We'll talk about our scope, we'll talk about our themes. We'll just see how it goes. Because I don't want to really write an entire meta, but it'll be really great to just kind of get all of that information together in one place. So. Powers of the World is the focus of this year's WorldEmber. So let's dive in. Let's dive into some of the details. The scope of this theme. The scope of this focus is worldwide. Targeting specific aspects of the world's powers. Helps narrow the scope back into a more manageable scope back into something more manageable. Of course, themes lie primarily in transformation and evolution. At the whim of leyline magic. It would be important develop these concepts. More information. Better set Malcora's foundations. So it'll better set Malcora's foundations. And just maybe cut off the sentence there. It'll be important to develop these concepts and provide more information that will better set Malcora's foundations. Yeah. Well, better set Malcora's foundations as an evolving world. There we go. There's our little sentence there. Yes. Here we go. Ley lines carry most magical energy throughout the world and act as the cause of the world's shifting nature. They span the whole of Malcora. And they span the whole of Malcora, flowing as veins through a living organism. Though they are contained, they largely function as self-contained fonts of power. They are known to surge in phenomena known as emerging. In phenomena known as emergence. So magic flows into the world surrounding these emergences. Every aspect of the landscape, down to its inhabitants, changes. Yes. The goal of this year's event is to focus on the most impactful of these ley lines, primarily those which have affected the lands closest to the Kingdom of Varsavella, which will remain my regional focus for the time being. Divines watch over Malcora. Influence spanning the whole of the world. Influence likewise spanning the whole of the world. Now they have far less influence on the world than the ley lines do. Their divine power does, like many of the people who reside in the world, okay. We'll see how that looks on here. We want to beef things up a tiny little bit. these up a small amount. And then here we're going to add one more section, I think. This defines much over my core, their influence likewise spanning the whole of the world. Though they have far less influence on the world than the ley lines do, their divine power does affect many of the people who reside in the world. Oh, husbando, put the AC on. This is bliss. Yes! Victories! I could not imagine living in the heat without AC. Like, I have a very high tolerance for heat. I tend to enjoy being hot a lot more than I enjoy being cold. But there's always a limit, of course. There's ever a limit. Alright. Many pantheons. We can move in different parts of the world. Some sharing deities. Others wholly unique. The pantheon of the new... Words are getting away from me. Pantheon of the New Dawn. Pantheon of the New Dawn and the Champions of the Dawn. But the Pantheon of the New Dawn and Champions of the Dawn continue to have sway over all lands in the West. we'll say in the West. It may or may not be true elsewhere. Yeah, so that evens things out. Let's see, we need to put a space here, because I don't like that spacing there. Breaking stuff? Okay, perfect. Okay, but humidity. True. You got me there. Humidity makes you feel gross and sweaty, even if you're not gross and sweaty. It transforms you. I'll have to make sure that one of the effects of my ley lines is that it just makes everything super humid, and you turn into a gross, sweaty beast. We're talking about dark themes, of course. So let's see. I kinda want these to be a little bit different. Maybe make these small, just these little notes at the bottom. I want to break things up a little bit. I don't want these to just be gigantic collections of paragraphs. We'll keep that. Now, beautiful. Now they basically line up, at least at this screen size. That is perfect. I think as far as mini metas go, this is like about as much as I need for it to be helpful for me. So even if it's not exactly a mini meta, I don't even know how to define a mini meta. This is it. I've defined the scope of the project that I will be working on, and I have talked about what each of these two things are, and from there we just kind of leap in and we make articles. We keep everything in mind. We talk about what is important and why is it important? Why do I need to write about this? And so there we go. I think that section's fine. And now this, we'll just have to deal with this a little bit. Okay, so what if? I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna make this 6 and 6. I'm gonna put you in here. And then all of you. All of you comes out here. So we'll see if we did that correctly without breaking things. That's pretty good, pretty good. We'll just break this up even further into 2 columns, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're a little bit uneven. Gosh diddly darn it. That's fine. We'll just pretend one of them doesn't exist. 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So this breaks up into 3 things. And we'll do that. Beautiful. I'm just going to take this container. Container. We will see how this looks. That's good. I think that works. That's good to me. So the focus section is smaller. And that flows into our little mini meta section. I think we will move primer prepping down to the bottom of this, of these 2 at least. So just grab this, put that at the bottom. And now we just make sure that nothing broke. Okay, good. Everything is in order. Everything works. Perfect. It's just every time I work on an article, it's just me sitting here refreshing 6,000 times. Every time I change like one tiny little thing, I'll hit backspace once and I'll go back to the article and I'll refresh it. Alright. So yeah, this is genuinely just going to be me going through this entire process and being like, huh, what looks nice? Let's breaks up the section a little bit. But how does it look now? It's like exactly the same, but without the one letter you removed. You're being a silly guy. So reviving my magical focus this year with more of a plan in mind. Blue lines will be my primary focus. Is their influence? Their influence is primary their influence. Oh. Their influence drives the primary themes. Their influence drives the primary themes of Malcora. But they still lack articles. Okay, I think that might have just like pushed this over, but I kind of just wanted to change things up. No, it's okay. We'll just change this back to 6 and 6. I typed something wrong. What have I done? Oh, I think I just tabbed out before actually. Yeah, it just didn't refresh properly. That's all. All right. I think that's perfectly doable. Once there we have a little concept priority. Oh, this is looking so good. It's really nice to see all of your ideas kind of just like in one place. Organized, neatly presented. Just come back to this, read it, make sure it functions well. And yeah, things are good. No. I don't know why I looked in this direction. There's my door. And now, primer prepping. We will do it. We shall do it. We shall prep some primer, prime some prepping. I'm gonna make this small. This will just exist at the bottom of this section for until the end of time. Okay. Primer objective. Hee. I'm gonna sneak a pun in there. Here we go. Our primary objective. I am proud of that one. I know, I'm kind of a comedy genius. Yeah, I'll just have to. Why do you look like that? It's because I used the wrong header. That's okay. That's okay. Easy fix. Simple. I'm just gonna toss a section in here. Bam. Oh, FA users viewfinder. There we go. All right, it's gonna take me 12 years to actually figure out how I want to properly write this out. So we're just probably gonna start rambling and just typing out random stuff until we get words that stick. And Shamrockin', hello, welcome. How we doing today? I'm back but without pizza. Oh, misery. All right. Our primary objective. Okay, so let's see. Malcora's first primer. I'd like to make something with an in-world perspective. I'll play little 14 and Lurkin, hell yeah. Yeah, we are working on some world building homework for WorldEmber over on WorldAnvil, and so it's a lot of fun. Prepping for the big event where I'll be doing 10,000 plus words of world building next month. I'm very excited about this. I've been waiting for WorldEmber to come around for months, pretty much since last WorldEmber. I guess that's not true. After summer camp ended, then I've been very excited for WorldEmber. Summer camp is my event. Summer camp is my hype time. But this is just a great time. Let's see. For Malcora's first primer, I'd like to make something with an in-world perspective. With a focus on. Typed with twice. Focus on in-world perspective. Largely centered around. Centered around having the Kingdom of Arsavella. Its primary setting. This kingdom function as an effective starting zone for new adventurers stepping into Malcora for the first time. Yeah, this is the perfect stream to just sit here and listen to my clicky clacks. So I hope everyone enjoys just me writing and typing things out today. Clickety clackities. Listen, I love the clickety clackities. ASMR world building, exactly. I just have to. The only next step really is for me to get really close to my microphone and just start like whispering at you guys. I start whispering, I start typing again. Bam. Instant ASMR stream. Perfect. Listen, someone needs to corner the ASMR market in like the world building niche. And the amount of times that my chat has brought it up in my streams, like maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one. Who knows? We'll see. I haven't made a YouTube video in 10,000 years, so maybe it'll happen. Just give me an excuse to ramble about random world building stuff for like an hour at a time. Not like that's already what my streams are. Let's see, I don't know. I think I might actually stream 3 times this weekend. Not sure yet. Nothing's confirmed. Of course I'm doing today's stream. We're doing our WorldEmber homework catch-up. Tomorrow we're doing some more Baldur's Gate 3. That'll be really great. We're adventuring in Act 3. We'll see how that goes. I think Act 3 is the longest, so we know how long it took for me to get through Act 1. This is going to be even more of an adventure. But I'm thinking maybe this Sunday I might stream again because I'm not going to be home during like the entire weekend of Thanksgiving. So obviously that means next week we're not going to have any streams. I'm already such a disaster this week from skipping last week. No, it'll be fine. Just some holidays, hanging out, relaxing, doing stuff. Yeah, we'll see. It is to be determined. I'll say that. Maybe Sunday stream. Maybe we'll do some more world building. Maybe we'll do some other stuff. I got some chapter stuff I need to work on, so maybe I can just hop on live and just chill out with whoever happens to be around. Alright. This kingdom will function as an effective starting zone for new adventurers stepping into Malcora for the first time. Yeah, if I think about these words too much, I'm just gonna sit here like silently staring at my keyboard. Let's see. I would like to incorporate my. Was there a way to just kind of link my map? Just like a text link? Grab a little code for it? That's not the. How do I send people to this in just like a regular link? Because I know, oh gosh, I'm like opening all the things. It's like I know there's the code. Is there? If I just do like map this, does that just do it? Well, I guess no. I guess the map would pop up as like the entire thing and not just as a text link. I guess I can just make a link to it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Place a link. Oh no, I think I'm about to sneeze. Begone. Begone, foul beast of sniffleness. It's my fault for hanging out with cats. Shoving my face directly into them every chance I get. Stained map of Malcora. Into this primer. Tying it in. The local lore. Perhaps even establishing who made it. Finished work for the week. Woohoo! Hell yes. Just wrapped up and delivered the final assets for a logo project I've been working on. Hell yes. I love logos. I've only made a few in my day. Only a few. And it's really unfortunate. One of the logos that I'm like the most happy with, the thing that like I feel like I just knocked it out of the park. Like the project never took off. So it never actually saw use. Oh, and it's just so rough. So rough seeing some of your favorite work just fade into oblivion because no one actually needed it in the end. No, it was good. It was really nice. That's fine. It'll just live in my portfolio forever. Yeah. I'd like to incorporate my Inkstained map of Malcora into this primer, tying it in with the local lore, perhaps even establishing who made it. This yet undecided character could even be narrator with this primer. Got some wee-woos outside? Something's going on in my neighborhood, I suppose. Because we got all of the wee-woo wagons just kind of doing their thing outside on these streets. It's really wild. This is a very quiet area, so that usually doesn't happen. Yeah, this yet undecided character could even be the narrator for this primer. Giving it that imperfect mode narrative quality that I do love throwing into my content. And once again, we refresh. You know what, I think... So we have the primary objective. Y'all are awesome. Oh, stop. You're like one of the most awesome of us, actually. For you to be saying this. It's a little rich coming from you. One of the most awesome people I know. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about an idea I have, because I know you have the cottage now for WorldEmber. I wanted to know if I could add a little like a little kind of like quote unquote Camp Feral woods outside of the cottage where we're just kind of lurking. We're quiet, but we're out there. This is your stream, accept the compliment, don't turn into an Uno reverse. It's all I know. It's all I know is the Uno reverse. When you're talking to me in DMs about adding it, hell yeah. It's a silly little thing that I think came up, I think it came up in the chat during WorldAnvil's like last week's or the week before stream. I'm not sure, but I thought it was really silly and really fun, so I was like, oh, what if we do that? So we're just lurking in the woods outside of the cottage, and you just see little, like all the articles and the content that we make. It's just people walking outside of the cottage and seeing like notes like nailed onto a tree outside. And it's like, huh, how did this get here? Who put this here? Like this is cursed. That's what I want us to be. And so it's all the feral people from summer camp. We're sleeping during the winter, but not really. We're still out there doing things. We're just not quite as loud about it. No, I have an H4 here that I just haven't typed in yet because I'm trying to think of exactly the right thing that I'm trying to say here for like a section. Not necessarily for content, but for just like organization purposes. Life hard is all I can say. I'll say working concepts. There we go. So there's a little working concept. Working concept number 1, taking our ink-stained map, identifying who made it, and then maybe making them the narrator. I think that'd be a really fun way to go about this. It'll be really good. It'll be really great. So again, I'll just see how this looks. We'll get a cute little icon. We'll get like a pen of some kind in here. Pen to square. I like that one a lot, actually. So I think I'll do that one. Section FAS, FA, bam, pen to square. Section, add some spaces. Wahoo! So now we have icon, working concepts. I think we will make this an H43. I don't think that's right. We'll put this into a little allowed box. Yeah. Maybe I just kind of don't like the spacing of it. Katoi Poi, hello. Hello, welcome. Welcome to our little work zone. Homework club, if you will. How are you doing? How's homework going for you? I'm just organizing, as ever. Trying to get the fuck out of work. I had everything to do tonight. Hell yeah, I know how it feels wanting to get out of work so you can go play D&D. Yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress today. Like I actually like a pretty decent amount of progress, which is really great. We've rearranged our focus section a little bit because we've migrated at least some of it over into the little mini meta section. This is basically like the entire summary of my scope and everything and my themes. Yeah, so week 3 I kind of already did it. Yeah, like me too. I kind of already mostly did week 3 stuff. Like reviewing your homepage, because let me see. Because yeah, like changing up my homepage a little bit. I already did that. And like things are really smooth and a lot more polished than they used to be. Especially I don't know, the art box. I'm still very pleased with myself for how the art box works. You know, just every size, she functions. And there's no like awkward gap anywhere. It's so good. It took me a hot minute to properly set that into the code. But we did it. So now there's no like awkward gap when the page resizes and the image has to like change or not change. It's just like it. It's just like that. But the thing I'm just like the most excited about for my homepage is, you know, we see this little nav bar up here. You can't see it because my face is in the way, but I also have little icons off to, I'm trying to point at where it would be on the screen, like right around here. I have a little Discord and Twitch and coffee button, and it's so fun. But no, the thing that I really like is like I had to really fight, like really wrestle with this search bar to get all of this formatted correctly and placed correctly. It was horrendous. It was pretty awful. Oh, and I clicked on something. Go back there. But also this sweet little button up here. Look, it's got the hover effect and everything. Oh my god. And it opens into this. You know, you can just like keep doing your own thing. But here we have our little sidebar. This is just the regular like nav thing that opens when you click on the button on the side. And so I have a section here where I'm going to put my primer once I make it. And that's gonna be really great. Oh, I have to update ongoing events here so I can add the WorldEmber prep. And yeah, we'll have like a couple more sections, like a little support section. The nav is so smooth and sexy. Heck yes, I agree. I'm so pleased with it. I spent like an entire day working on this thing. And like it just like it shifts the window out of the way, or like the article kind of out of the way, so it's not really like overlapping. It's just kind of, it's just there. And I guess you can scroll over to read more. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I really like it. And so all that's really left for me to do is just to like fill it with the appropriate content. And from there you can just access the regular, like the default world codex and the maps that I have available. For now it's only just the one. I really need to make more maps. That's something that I have decided. But yeah, like as far as that goes, like my homepage is up to date because I only changed it really last month, maybe. Um, and looking over my categories, I think that was a week 2 homework. Let's check. Yeah, set up solid category structure. I think my categories are fine the way that they are. We'll see how we feel after we add more stuff. And how do I write homework 3? Like my homepage looks so bad and I fixed it. Oh, true. Yeah, before and after if you have one. But you can also just write about your process. You can kind of say like, oh, I looked at my homepage and I saw like maybe this one thing that I didn't really like so much, or this thing was out of date, so I changed it. You can just treat it like a little journal of your adventure. Like, here are some of the things I changed, here are some of the things I learned along the way. But a before and after would be like the simplest way to say like, hey, here's what's different. Here's what's new. And be like, go check it out. But yeah, for my categories, I have the introduction section, which currently only has one rather incomplete article. Yeah, it can be improved upon. But this will be where I shove things like my world primer and my introduction articles. When I make an article during WorldEmber about the ley lines, like the broad look at them, like the introduction to ley lines will be in there. Introduction to magic, things like that. The peoples, once I actually get my races sorted, they'll go in there. Powers, divinity, world spirit, and then like the ley lines will also be in here. I think there's just nothing in here that they're not showing up. I don't know. Places. We got big continent. The compendiums. This will be where like my bestiary and herbariums go. And so the goal here, because like obviously this list is gonna get massive eventually. I will have like central hub articles for like bestiary of Arsavella, things like that. So I'll just combine all of the regional species under that one thing, and then the articles will be under that, just organization, And the herbarium for all the plants that I have. And community tab. I feel like the community tab is going to be largely for like patrons eventually, because I am migrating like all of my event and challenge articles over to my meta world, to my author world. On herbarium, I want to yank that immediately, but don't want to disrupt my categories. That's totally fair. Because let's see. Yeah, because I have this world over here that's not like fully set up yet, not 100%. But this is where all of my meta articles are being like migrated to. So you see, I have like an old summer camp article that now lives on this world. And that's mostly so that my stats in my world don't get like horrendously skewed by by like the likes and things on my meta articles. I don't know. We'll see. Cause like yeah, I just have my all of this on a different world now. Yeah, so I have like my little patrons page. Special thanks. Yeah, and my entire archive. My archive of events. I need to update this with some more recent badges and things, of course. But this is just like the history of my challenge participation. And I don't know, like this is a super simple article, like super simple concept, but I just love it. I love looking at it because it's just like not just a collection of my badges, but also like an explanation for like this is what this is for and this is what I did to earn it, So yeah, I have a meta world happening. And there's a little link to that if anyone wants to go check it out. Yeah. I still need to I need to set up the homepage. There's the homework for this week. So maybe I'll actually do that as part of my this week's homework. I'll update the homepage for this world. Make sure it's just a good explanation of everything. I'll have to get like a different. Well, I don't know if the header needs to change, but I think I want to change the background a little. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's all a process. But yeah, so that's kind of the status of the community tab in Malcora. It's mostly going to be just like patron directories, I think, for Malcora specific content. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's always a lot to focus on. There's always so much that I can do and can change. So it's better to just focus on the one thing at hand, or else I'll just get so overwhelmed that I get none of it done, you know? Ugh, my neck wishes to escape my body. Is what's really happening right now. But alright. Primer prepping. I think that's good for primer prepping for this particular week. We'll have to think more about some things. Yeah. Looks pretty good for now. I like how this article is coming together, and I like the ideas that I'm kind of just dredging up in preparation for next month. Oh my gosh, it's in 13 days. 13 whole days until WorldEmber. Can you guys believe that? I can't. Time has just continued to progress at such a rate. I cannot keep up with it. November's gone very fast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are a couple things that I've meant to have done before November, like before this month even started. And I'm like, I swear I will finish this weekend. And it's like, it's already the 17th. Oops. All I can say is, sir, my client would like to plead oopsie daisies. Oh, it's crazy how quick it's going. We should ask TJ when it's coming, since he's in here. Oh yeah, TJ, what's coming? I simply can't remember off the top of my head. We can pretend we're not on this tab. Yeah, what's coming? WorldEmber is coming very, very soon. Ah, it's true. It's true. Oh, it is on its way. It happened. He said the thing. No, it's so good. It's so good. Ah, it's coming soon. And I don't know if I want to reclaim my lost year. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I feel like I've lost on so much time this year. We're taking it back. We are taking it back. Let's see. Oh, good. Let's go kill the god of time and grab our lost time back. Ooh. What a marvel idea. Marvelous idea. I tried to combine marvelous and novel. And I just landed right in between. You have my bow. I thought you said you have my bowl. I had to really sit there for a second and wonder how this bowl is going to help in this battle to come. You have my spoon. Oh, it's just it's the font on Twitch chat. I have to really squint to make out the little dot on the exclamation point. And my fork. And my spork. And you've my dishes. There we go. There we go. We'll get a whole kitchen in here. You have my salad fork. There we go. Okay, but who cooks? in my general knowledge of this community, I feel like a toy boy should be the one cooking. I cook, no cleans. Sorry, I'm a stress cleaning god. I will clean everything in this space. It's alright, as long as you guys do everything else, I will clean up the space afterwards. Yeah, alright. Yeah, we have like a whole collection of things that we need to work on next month. And I'm trying to hype myself up. But then I see this entire like list of things, like these are all potentially things that I'm going to write about next month. That's a lot of articles. Oh, TJ likes cleaning and food? Heck yeah. So me and TJ can be cleaning crew. The clean team. Birds outside. I'm just like clicking around my tabs now, wondering like what exactly should I be doing right now with my time? Strix, if you lie down, do you turn into a ley line? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, indeed, I do. I do become a ley line. Someone should organize a WorldAnvil weekend somewhere. Oh, that'd be so nice. It'd be really hard to find a location for that, though. It's like so many of us are like halfway across the world from each other. Even like the people in the same country, people in the U.S. Like some of us are on opposite coasts. It's just it's so rough. Need separate ones on each continent. There we go. Oh, Callistus is on the other side of Spain than me. Virtual picnics and voice chat. Ooh. Let's see. I think I want to add one more little note to my working concepts for my primer. And I just had it in my brain like 3 seconds ago, and now it's gone. Line will always be close in our hearts. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys get to just hang out with me twice a week if you're around, of course. If I stream. I know I didn't last week, and I know I will be once again abandoning a stream next week. But it's the holidays, so I think that's forgivable. Last week it was out of stress. Next week it's because of the holidays. But I should be back for the week after. I'm in the same time zone, but almost as far away as possible. Yeah, that's what happens when we live in a gigantic country. Like, oh, we're in the same country, yes. In the same time zone even. But you're very far away. I mean, listen, you can be in the exact same state as me and still be 6 hours away. So like it's it's a very large place. 6 hours, yeah. It's great. It's the grand old state of New York. It would probably take, oh man. I'm just gonna check my facts real quick. Directions from here. Oh, yep, I got it. I got it right on the head. It's 6.5 hours to like the tip of Long Island from me. So yeah, it would take 6.5 hours to reach the end of the state from my location. Yeah, it'll take me 6 hours to visit Cato if they're in Spain if I traveled by car. Yeah, travel by car. It's pretty good. But then it also depends on traffic and everything else. Horrendous. Horrendous. But like, I'm driving 4 hours for Thanksgiving, so 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and that's light work. That's light work. I can drive 4 hours, no problem. Google told you 10 hours. Oh my god. 6 hours to get from Southern California to Middle California. That's nutty. American sense of what is a long car ride and what is not is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty normal. So yeah, for me 4 hours is like the cutoff before a drive is like, I'd rather not. um, like I regularly drive 3.5 hours to see my partner. And yeah, I also had to drive like 4 hours to go hit New York City for the meetup. And that's fine. That's normal. I can do that for a weekend, for a little weekend trip. That's more than doable. Like I drove 6 hours once to go to a LARP. And that was like, that was alright. That was doable, but like anything more than that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that for a weekend. That needs to be a much longer trip. Gotta go prep notes for therapy sesh. See you later. Thanks for a chill stream. Heck yes. You enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you for reminding us that WorldEmber is coming. Bye, TJ. But yeah, distances are wild, and travel time is subjective. Like I've met so many people from Europe that are like, I'm not driving 45 minutes. That's insane. Like I used to have to drive that long just to go to work. Like sure, now it's only like 25 to 30 minutes. 45 minutes to work, yeah. Icky. Now it's like 20 minutes. 25 maybe. 8 minutes away. Oh my gosh. I would love to be closer to work. I don't know. I like where I live, so I'm content with staying here. Bye people, goodbye. Bye Kato, you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see if I'm able to send you more of my ideas for the feral woods. Alright. I had an idea for something that I was going to add to this article, but I've already forgotten it. I sidetracked myself too many times. um, hmm. We will continue talking about this imperfect narrator. I think that's the move here. Imperfect narrator. Readers will get to know the world is like from the perspective of someone living in it. There will always be countless stones left unturned. New secrets to discover by adventuring within. Magic is not studied in Arsavella. So numerous misconceptions or misunderstandings may make it into this introduction. However, the narrator in question, the narrator I have in mind, would know far more than the average citizen. So there we go. I think that's a good little addition. I should make this a list. Do you get little bullet points in here? I think that's nicer for me. Yeah, that's good. I like this. Beautiful. Beautiful, perfect. And I really do like the way that I've made my little like allowed callouts. And specifically using them for things like this. It's like underneath the header like, hey y'all, here's a little aside from me. Your buddy line. This is just a little note for the accountabilities. Like, if you don't see me working on this, like starting this week. I know I said like, you know, for last week we're just taking a little break on that because I was in like the mental health equivalent of a ditch out by the side of the road. For this week, starting this week, we're like, okay, if you don't see me like working on this, maybe next stream or like throughout the week, bully me. That is permitted. You know, you can join my Discord server. You can ping me. You can say, hey, how's your primer going? Or how's your prep going? And that is perfectly okay. But for this week, I think we have made some very solid progress. We have like our actual thoughts put into this article, which is really great. Yeah, so now let's pop on back over to the homework. We're gonna have this open again. I want to make sure that I've just kind of like ticked off all the boxes that I've at least planned for today's stream. So as long as we've done that, we are just chef's kiss, beautiful, perfect, finished. But yeah, area focus from week 1, good. Creature pledge, sure did. Submit your homework. Is she submitted? Where's the right tab? I click on every single tab except the right one. Entry for WorldEmber Prep 2023. Yes, sir. So create the mini meta. I think I did that. At the very least, as much as I feel I need to. Set up solid category structure. I'm pretty content with my categories. Looking at other worlds for inspiration. I think I'm going to do that off stream because it's just going to be me opening like 6,000 different tabs and like putting in links and just all kinds of stuff. And hashtag pages. Yes, I'll be making my little post. I know Demetrius made a post like 10 billion years ago being like 2 weeks ago. Being like, yeah, post your things, use the hashtag, all that, and I'll finally do that this weekend because I feel like I'm caught up enough. I'll make my little post. I'll share it with everybody. I'll share all of the worlds that I've picked for my inspirations. I'll give myself... I'll give myself a hard limit of 9. It's gonna be very hard to pick just 9 worlds that I really love, but I don't want to drown my page in world links. I guess I could use a spoiler, but no. This is for my own sanity. 9 worlds. There will be so many others, and I'm like, oh, I wish I put that on my list. But no. We must be strong, we must be resolute. You review your homepage, and submit your homework. Yeah, so I think I've done pretty much everything that I plan to do on stream today, which is really awesome. And we did it with time to spare. Ah. Look at us go. We're kinda winning this whole world building thing. At the very least, we're winning the WorldEmber prep thing. And that's really sweet. It's really sick. I guess, for the remainder of the stream, let's see. I went in with 3 quick and dirty and got the fuck out, yeah. That I might drop my number down to 6. Just to keep things simple, be like, hello, these are worlds that I think are really neat, and I feel have some influence on the way that I write. You know, things like this. Things like that. We'll see. We'll really have to just go through, and more than anything, it'll just be an exercise in me, like, looking at these worlds again and just feeling that fire, you know? Like, we're lighting up that fire, trying to nurture it into a blaze so that we can really make the most out of this WorldEmber. So, the remainder of this stream, I think, we're gonna look at a little bit something that I've been working on. And this is something for my chapter. And so this is still like a draft, of course. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to write it and how to present it. But here's a little project that I'm setting up for us as a chapter, and it's archiving the tomes. This has been like the topic of discussion every time my chapter has been like mentioned or featured anywhere. And it's gonna finally happen. Soon. TM. So this is going to be our collaborative project, building a collaborative world, one interplanar adventure at a time. So this is our collaborative project in which we gradually build out a shared world of our own. So all of us together will collaborate on making a world together. And this will be done through the exploration of existing worlds found within the chapter and throughout the community. So this is the objective here is to shine a spotlight on worlds that inspire us, so just like throughout the community, worlds that we really love. And it's in a way that lets us explore our own writing styles, and narrative skills. So the idea here is we all make our own like characters who each reside within the Septenarum, which is this giant kind of interplanar library that has a home in its own world, but it is kind of like a nexus for connecting with other worlds just throughout the multiverse, if you will. And so it is in this library that we, as the archivists, we access the knowledge of other worlds through the 7 tomes. And so these 7 tomes relate to different aspects of fantasy worlds. So we have the Tome of Planes, which talks about worlds themselves, the Tome of Sophants, which talks about like people and like the flavors of humanity and other related races that exist out there. And it's like there's just all these different things. And so through each of these tomes we can go on little adventures in which we kind of like in character experience things from different worlds. And the articles that we make for this world are going to be like kind of like field reports, like session notes, like things like this, where the characters are invited to like leave their own thoughts and tell their own stories and kind of build up our home world through like the stories that they tell, like in comparison to what they saw. Like, oh, this reminds me of this thing from our world. Or like, this reminds me of this time that I did this thing in this place back home. You know, just like it'll be fun. It'll just be a lot of fun. And so this way the chapter gets to like work together on this group project, and they also get to experience like the content and writing of other worlds and like just really immerse themselves in the community and kind of just see all of the great fantastical content that exists outside of our little group. So that'll be fun. And it'll be a way for them to like work with other people outside of the chapter, being like, hey, I was really inspired by your world. Can I write this like article about it for our chapter world? You know, so just encouraging like interconnection with the community and people in it. So I think that'll be really fun. I just need to, and I did make this little doodle first. I made it in MS Paint at my work computer, and then I just redrew it a tiny little bit on my tablet with a little scratchier kind of inky art. If anyone wants to stop by the Curinol Pit, feel free. Yay! Yeah, so we'll see how this all goes. I just need to write up all the things. Because like I have a little section like, you know, creating characters, guidelines for making the characters, archiving the tomes, you know, like it's just like whole thing about the project is basically just me outlining etiquette, like, you know, ask people permission before you use their world content. You know, just like things like that. Super simple stuff, but it's good to have those ground rules like laid out ahead of time. But yeah, cool group project. I'm very excited to like actually do this, and hopefully I'm able to actually like launch it soon. That'd be really great. But yeah, we'll see. And so that's going to be what I work on for the rest of this weekend. So hopefully it'll be done by Monday, I hope. We'll see. I think if I stream on Sunday, I think this will be most of what I work on, like this little article, putting it together, making sure it's presentable. But yeah, if not, then tomorrow I will be streaming more Baldur's Gate. That'll be our adventure for tomorrow. And yeah, we're continuing our adventure through Act 3, and it'll be a great time. We have to find out what happened to the rest of Dribbles the Clown. We have to know. We have to discover his fate. Well, we already know his fate. We just need to know the fate of his body parts, of which I've only found one. So we'll see. See how that goes in the end. But no, it has been absolutely wonderful and a complete and utter delight sitting with you guys today, working on my plans for WorldEmber, working on my primer prepping. Because of course the primer itself isn't actually done yet. But the primer will be my like primary project for WorldEmber. I'm gonna write that out. I'm gonna try to make it as presentable as possible. Hopefully, if I make enough progress on the actual writing part, maybe I'll be able to throw in some illustrations here and there, throw in some little sketches, make things like kind of come to life. That'd be really great. It's always my goal to kind of get more art into my world. And I really want to step away from using like any kind of AI. Like in the future, I think I'm just gonna like completely avoid it, and hopefully over time I can start like replacing some of the stuff I already do have with my own work. And that'll be really great, because I want to have like that visual identity of, you know, everything's in this style, done by me. But also, you know, other people as well. Yeah, it's the grand exodus. You know, we're done with it. We don't want to be in there anymore. Let's see what's going on over in the Twitch verse. All right. I think this does wrap up today's stream. So, once again, it has been absolutely wonderful. And once again, I remind you, grab your sippies. Go world build. And who shall we raid? Who shall we Who shall we take by storm this day? I think the answer to that will be Crazy Eddie, another one of our Anvilites. Doing some writing, it seems. So stop in, say hello. Looks like some manuscripts on WorldAnvil. That'll be really fun. So, yes, go forth, conquer worlds, write worlds, do whatever makes you happy. And remember, WorldEmber is coming, and so we must prepare. Baldur's Gate tomorrow at 2 p.m. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully. Maybe.